There is nothing quite as satisfying as creating a program that responds to you. This basic user interaction is one of the most taught aspects of any language, and with it, you are able to do much more than simply greet the user by name. You have already used cout, the standard output stream, throughout the code. Now you are going to be using cin, the standard input stream, to prompt a user response. Anything that you want the user to input into the program needs to be stored somewhere in the system memory so it can be retrieved and used. Therefore, any input must first be declared as a variable so it is ready to be used by the user. Start by creating a blank C++ file with headers. The data type of the variable must also match the type of input you want from the user. For example, to ask a user their age, you would use an integer like this. The cin command works in the opposite way from the cout command. With the first cout line, you are outputting "what's your age" to the screen as indicated with the chevron. Cin uses opposite facing chevron, indicating an input. The input is put into the integer age and called up in the second cout command. If you are asking a question, you need to store the input as a string. To ask the user their name, you would use. The principle works the same as the previous code. The user's input, their name, is stored in a string because it contains multiple characters and retrieved in this second cout line. As long as the variable name does not change, then you can recall it wherever you like in your code. You can chain input requests to the user, but just make sure you have a valid variable to store the input to begin with. Let's assume you want the user to enter 2 whole numbers. Likewise, inputted data can be manipulated once you have it stored in a variable. For instance, ask the user for 2 numbers and do some maths on them. While cin works well for most input tasks, it does have a limitation. Cin always considers spaces as a terminator, so it's designed for just single words, not multiple words. However, getLine takes cin as the first argument and the variable as the second. Build and execute the code, then enter a sentence with spaces. When you are done, the code reads the number of characters. If you remove the getLine line and replace it with cin mystr and try again, the result displays the number of characters up to the first space. GetLine is usually a command that new C++ programmers forget to include. The terminating white space is annoying when you cannot figure out why your code is not working. In short, it's best to use getLine in future.